Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Lewis Speaks 2023, and today I want to talk to you all about why we keep on going back to the dating apps, why we keep on going back to what I call the trap. You know, in my situation, Grindr is the app that I normally use to connect with other men. And I know that this app is full of garbage men. I know that this app is full of down low, low down, no good pieces of garbage who lie, who misrepresent their intentions, who don't want to show a pic, who don't want you to see their face, who don't want to link up, who play so many games. I know that this app is trash. So why do I keep going back to the trash? And why do we as gay men keep on going back to the trash? I think one is because we're horny. We're horny and we don't see another way to connect, another way to get that need fulfilled besides masturbation or going out to a club, but even the club scene has become something else. So lust is the reason why we keep on going back to the trap. I think also a part of us wants to crack the code and defeat the trap and even pay back the trap. You know, a lot of us have been burned on this app, burned by the men who have lied about their statuses, lied about their their relationship statuses, lied about so much. So we've been burned. So a part of us are angry, a part of us are disappointed, and we just want to pay back the trap. We want to get even. We want to give it a dose of its own medicine. We want to give these men a dose of their own medicine. So we keep going on this track, going in Grindr, logging on, and we're hoping to settle scores and get even. You know, a lot of it is boredom, loneliness. We don't know what to do with our time. We want to connect with other men. We want to have fun, but we just don't know how to really, really genuinely connect. You know, a lot of it is power too. We want to feel the power of teasing and tantalizing men and getting them to want us and desire us, and then we have the power to block them. And sometimes I gotta admit, I've done that. I've lured these men, gave them false hopes, made false promises, gave them false addresses, false pictures, and then I blocked them, and it felt satisfying. I was gratified. I was edified by the behavior because somebody did it to me. They led me on, and I was pissed about it. And so I decided to settle old scores and get even. You know, and it made me feel good. It made me feel finally I wasn't taking abuse anymore. Now I was the one giving it. And I know the mindset was wrong, but at the same time, it made me feel powerful. And that's why these men, and that's why we continue to go back to the trash dump, because we feel powerful. We're looking for a feeling of superiority. We're tired of feeling vulnerable and having our hearts mutilated. So we go back to the trap, for that sense of power, for that sense of control. Another reason is because a lot of gay men are looking for men who are out of their league. They're looking for men who they feel are better than them as a way to validate their own self-worth. And the thing about it, they don't want the man who wants them. They don't want that man. They don't want the man who shows an interest, who sends a pic, who gives that reciprocity. They want a man who is difficult. They want a man who is hard to love. And to be honest, that speaks to a lot of gay men's early experiences with men. Many gay men have had conflicted, have had strained and emotionally complex relationships with their fathers. And so they're always looking for men who are emotionally unavailable as a way to heal that wound. Freud calls that repetition compulsion, where you set up past experiences in your present as a way to help you heal from those experiences in your past. And a lot of gay men do that. They're out here searching for emotionally unavailable men who are out of their league, who they feel are out of their league, who they question that they deserve. in an effort to bolster and elevate their self-worth. And it's really sad. It's really sad because what ends up happening is that eventually these men that they chase, these men who they perceive are out of their league, they get these men. But then once they get them, they don't want them anymore. They don't want them anymore because they struggle with low self-worth. And they will continue to seek out other men who are emotionally unavailable, who are not present, who are inattentive, because that's what they're used to. That's what they feel home with. Their fathers were inattentive. Their friends sometimes were inattentive. So it's like that's what they're used to. Always chasing after something. And that's why many gay men liken this lifestyle to chasing a ghost, because a lot of times you are chasing ghosts, chasing these phantoms of men who never actually materialize into anything real. Thing is, how do we break out of these cycles? How do we heal from this? How do we stop dumpster diving? Because that's what we're doing. We're dumpster diving. We're going back into the trash heap, back into places where we should not be. Personally, I'm tired of the life. I want redemption. I want elevation. I want emergence from this life. I no longer want this life because, quite frankly, it's just self-destruction. It's just self-destruction, the broken record of self-destruction. That's what it is. It's just over and over. The needle keep on skipping and skipping, and you keep on getting destroyed in this life. And the thing about it is glorification of destruction. People want to destroy your whole, destroy you, destroy. There's the glorification of self-destruction here. And I just can't, I can't jive with that mentality. The gay community is broken. And I'll say that time and time and time again. But yet and still we go back to the trap. Many of us feel trapped. We don't see that there's another way. Where's another way? Because if there was another way, I think many gay men would have taken that way a long time ago. But the thing is, there is another way. And I'm learning that I'm not so fixated on my sexual orientation now as I am on my spiritual orientation, because this ain't working. It's depleting our spirits, and it's starting to affect our very lives, our very health, our mental, physical, emotional, spiritual. We're not getting much sleep because we're on these apps all throughout the night, trying to find people, so we're not getting proper rest. We're not getting proper nutrition because we're basically just waiting for someone to hit us up so we could bottom. So we're not eating. We're waiting, we're fleeting and we're not eating. I guess that rhymes. We're fleeting and not eating, basically. So we're waiting. So we're not getting proper nutrition. We're not getting proper rest. We're not getting proper spiritual food because we feel like, okay, our desires are, contradictory to our faith. So we just always forfeit our faith for the sake of our lust and for our desires. So we're not getting proper spiritual food. Our mental is jacked up because these guys play so many mind games and so many head games. So our mental is in a blender. So mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, we're not getting what we need. We're getting depleted. This is not healthy. This is not healthy. And so the thing about it is how to break out of this cycle of dumpster diving. How do we stop going back to the trap? You just got to realize that I'm just tired of the down low, low down. Just low down, gutter garbage. It's low down, gutter garbage. Like Jan Levon Zahn says, these are vile gutter snipes straight up out the hood. Really. These people are just so warped. And the thing about it is, it's not getting better. What's happening back in the 60s, 70s, the same behaviors. Are things getting better? Nope. We're just finding new ways to die, to self-destruct. And it's not fulfilling. It's not fulfilling. And we're sitting here chasing after illusions. placing so much emphasis on the fantasy, placing higher premiums on the fantasy, and maintaining the image, the fantasy, because gay men are good at selling you fantasy. We could sell you fantasy. We could sell you illusions. But what about reality? Are we grounded in reality? Can we live in reality? I think reality is what we struggle with many times. I think arrested development is what we struggle with. Peter Pan syndrome, never wanting to grow up, never really knowing the role of a man. You know, we're lost. And I'm speaking for myself, but also I talk to many gay men, and it's the same themes that emerge. The same themes that emerge. And so I make these videos constantly, if you notice, because I'm trying to wake myself up. I'm trying to wake other gay men up as to the realities of the life. So many gay men have experienced this, but they're confused and they're trapped. And they're trying to break these cycles, but they're having a hard way to go. And I just want to let them know that they're not alone. This is why I make these videos. And I will continue to make these videos because I feel like we need a place where we can share our experiences and break free, and also tools, develop new tools so we can break free from these cycles of brokenness. Because this is not working. There comes a point in your life where you wake up and you feel like, wait a minute, something about this life just is not right. It's not right. It don't feel right to my spirit, to my soul. There's this dissonance between what I believe, what I value, what I prize, and what I'm doing. And when you have that dissonance, you start to feel unsettled in your spirit. And that right there, that's the beginning of your breakthrough. And so I hope that these videos are helpful. I hope that they give you a place where you feel seen, where you feel heard, where you feel reflected in the world. So definitely share your experiences with me. You know, as gay men who are trying to emerge and trying to move past the life, definitely. I am so interested in understanding how you do that. What tools do you use to help you break up cycles of lust and cycles of, I guess, deleting, reinstalling these apps, So let me know, all right? I love y'all. Peace.